Good afternoon, folks. Just getting set up. Putting a little message on my Discord. How are you all doing? So the title of this stream pretty much sums up what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be working on this tune. It's called M25 Enfield Junction. I did a stream on this ages ago, years ago. And it kind of got shelved after that, but it's going to be featured on a release. So I've got some work I want to do on it. I've got some notes here about what I want to do. And yeah, we're just going to kind of go deep in the session, tidy things up. Make it sound better, hopefully. But yeah, if you've got any questions, put them in the chat, or if you're watching this back afterwards, then just leave a comment. I'll be glad to answer. Hey, all one NC, how we doing? All ones, I've got it. Yeah, I don't usually stream on a Sunday. I'm quite often busy doing other things. I like going live on Sunday. But yeah, I'm kind of wrapping up a few tunes for release I've got forthcoming on Dream Schemes. I was kind of umming and ahhing what to work on this afternoon, and I thought actually this one would be perfect because, yeah, I did a live stream about it 2-3 years ago, and it went on to get to be viewed quite a lot for a live stream. I think thanks to the title I gave it, which was Addicted to That Late 90s Jungle Sound. So yeah, it kind of does sound a bit like that. But we'll give it a listen. We'll give the last bounce of it. Oh, so yeah, it's here. It's 28th of June, 2024. So pretty much 2 years ago. We'll give it a listen, and we'll just check in on these notes, see if there's anything I want to add, and then we're just going to go into the session. To be honest, I mean, I could probably just mix it now as it is, but there's a few things I just want to address, and then we'll do that, and we'll give it a listen back, and then we'll export it. Okay, how we doing, Mark? You alright? Broken semitone. How's things? I saw you're on the lineup for the next More Kicks Than Friends in Reading. Hope you're excited for that. Yeah, we'll give this a listen then, and then we'll jump into it. But yeah, seeing as you're here, Broken Semitone, thank you very much to my Patreon supporters. Let's have this open so it doesn't look so you can't really read that, but that is everyone. That's all my wonderful patrons that support me on Patreon. If you're interested in that, you can check it out. Linked in the description, and if you want to get your name on the credits, that's how to do it. There's also loads of Ableton downloadable content on there. My Pure Breaks, Ultimate Breaks template, my Pure Bass racks, project files, presets, racks. Check it out. It's best way to support me in the channel, and every pledge is really appreciated. Did have this doesn't look bang up to date, to be honest, these credits, but usually I update them before every Wednesday live stream, which is kind of my flagship screen. But yeah, Mind Hack Music, thanks very much for your support the other day. Appreciate that. That's one I haven't got on there. Yeah, shout out to all my patrons. Thank you. Teedle, how are we doing? Oh, Broken 70, that's cool. Yeah, the London one was really good. That me, you, and Mark did. Right, let's get into it. There's a tune called M25 Enfield Junction, kind of atmospheric jungle tune, ambient jungle tune. Oh, that's cool, Teedle. London was ace. I also have some new music out as well on Memory Archives. The EP called Ascension Level. I shared all of the project files for that on Patreon, so if you want to see how I made those tunes, you can check it out, and you can buy that here on Memory Archives Bandcamp. 5 tunes of atmospheric jungle, ambient jungle, kind of IDM tinged breakbeaty stuff, some more chill tunes. Cool artwork. Bit more chill, this one. Future remembered in sound, I think that's kind of, yeah, sums it up really. I like this one, I was pleased with this. Bit drum funky, this one. Kind of dubby influence. Yeah, no, I was really kind of happy with the way it's come out sounding. Amens. Yeah, it's nice hearing it back after a bit of a break. I was kind of like deep in the soup with it by the end of it, and you kind of lose all objectivity. And I mastered it myself as well, which is kind of an added level of, well, you kind of completely lose, objectivity with whether the tracks are any good or not, and then you start just, I was comparing them with all the other releases and thinking, God, is it jungly enough? You know, have I done the label have I done what Memory Archives do justice? And yeah, but listening back, I'm really happy with it now. Yeah, thank you, Tidal. So this is what we're going to be working on today. It's called M25 Enfield Junction. Let's go. No, play it. Probably your kind of bass line, to be honest, this one. Thank you, Teagle. Thank you. A 7-minute thing. Yeah, thank you. Thanks all. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like the snares too. Actually, I think they're one thing that I definitely want to keep, and that is only I say that because the one thing that was constantly bothering me about this was just like the kind of the rollingness of the break, if you like, and like kind of making it all gel together a bit. I've made some notes, as you will have seen, and I'll just talk through those. Before I do that, I just want to embed these breaks, right? Because when I opened the project, it disconnected them. So just embed those now before I forget. Yeah, these are my notes. And so the intro is already, it's a super sparse intro, right? It's already pretty sparse. But like, I spend a lot of time on intros, and I really like doing that. I think it kind of gives me, it's like part of my sound, really, I suppose, or what I really enjoy. I kind of like trying to invite the listener or invite myself into this kind of this sound world, if you like. And so it's quite, I spend a lot of time kind of making sure I've got it kind of how I want it. I think there's a bit of a balancing out with all of that stuff, but you get what I mean. Reverse cymbals, I don't know if there are any already in it, but like they're just really good for kind of momentum and stuff. And I always kind of make them every time because I like doing it within the you know, within the world of the track, if you like. And the reverbs and stuff that I've already got in the session, and then the break as well. There's kind of a few things happening, and I reckon we could probably. I think the overarching theme with this will be paring it down a little bit, potentially, particularly in the breaks as well. There's quite a few different break parts that come in, and maybe we don't need them all happening together, and we can do some stuff to kind of clarify the beat a bit more and just make it. There's so much other kind of cool melodic stuff and like harmony happening that I think we can keep the break quite simple and really maybe dig into the edits a bit more. I mean, it's quite choppy at the moment anyway, with lots of edits and stuff. I also spend a lot of time going through and kind of just making the transition ends of sections quite tight. It's usually stuff that I leave right until the end to do that when I've got everything in it. Beef up the break, I don't know. I think it sounds pretty fine, really. We'll see if I kind of come to that. And make end of section parts clean. All right. I think there's kind of like, you've got like the intro and then the kind of main bit, and then there's a kind of small breakdown, then it kind of switches the break a little bit, and then there's a bigger breakdown. So yeah, just making all of those communicate effectively is probably what I'm going to be spending a lot of time on. And then an ending of sorts. And really with this one, I think we could do an old school fade out. We could do kind of classic underrated fade out. Fade outs are great because they're an easy way to end tunes, and they can often be quite powerful, I think, underused. Yeah, thank you. Thanks all. Yeah, Broken Semitone. I've got one tune. There's one older tune of mine called Ultra Plus, and it's on Dream Renderings, which is like a YouTube comp put together by our colleges, and it was on cassette. It was only available, it sold out pretty quickly, but there was a YouTube version of it, and I'll probably get ads if I play this now. Okay, no. But I did that in this tune. It's done really well, this video. 100,000 views. Better than any of my videos. Yeah, so I kind of like I just use like the white noise to kind of bring as an effect, really. You hear the and I just like automated that by hand. Anyway, not to get distracted, but I kind of I had some white noise, some like just a noise loop of some, I don't know, I got from maybe Music Radar magazine, and I had various auto pans, and I was just kind of like blending between them, turning the dry and wet up, and like the panning as well, and so it kind of gave like a feeling of a shaker or something, but then there's bits where it completely drops out, and like when you have like a noise and you get rid of it, it's quite powerful. Little production move, that. Yeah, you kind of build it and then just like drop it out. All right, here's the session. I save a version, so it's been 2 years since I did anything on this. Palindromic date today, pretty much. Well, not really, but 26/7/26. All right, that's good. So first thing I'm going to do is we'll have a little bit of a clear up because it's a mess. I want to just get all the breaks. So we've got here are the snares. Could probably cut that down a little bit. Okay, so we've got those snares, then we've got this break. You know, and I might even just like forego that one. This is the main break. Kind of got a shuffly break. See, it's like the shuffle that I'm not totally sold on. And that's what kind of that's what's like giving me apprehension at the moment. Anyway, we're just going to carry on as if it's fine. And these are some like, just leave those, some hats and stuff, they're quite nice. And then what's this bit? Okay, big trashy thing. And then this is like some stuff I did. Some sound designy stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's kind of quite key, that sound. And then shakers. Nice. There's a breakdown here. And then more drums. Load of drums. That's a nice sound as well. And then the bass. I don't know where that's come from. That's interesting. It's quite bassy, that sound. A nice stab there. There's like this new age sample that I added towards the end, which sounded pretty good. I sampled this from some YouTube tape thing that I found. That really works. Okay, so we've got like that. Let's sort this out a bit. I think I'm going to start like bouncing some stuff down, because like I'm very happy with the bass line, and really I want to, you know, start thinking about a mix as well. I'm not going to change any. I'm kind of happy with like all the automation and stuff we've got going on. So let's just commit. Okay, so they can all be bounced down. It's all like tidying up at the moment. Spectral hot pants. So what is that doing? Okay, that's not doing anything at the moment. So that can go. Free up some space. And then this is all audio anyway. Okay, all these little bits and stuff. I'm going to bounce this vocal down, and I'm going to bounce this New Age sparkle down, because then we can start working with audio. That, and then that. Oh, doing it. Subculture. Sounds good. What is it like? A kind of like, wasn't there remember R-Bass? Doesn't sound like it's the same thing. Pitch tracking bass enhancer. Nice. Just looking at it here, it does. I don't know, like, this looks cool, but like, I kept being put off. I kept being put off by Baby Audio because they seem to just be doing like, I don't know. I wasn't. They're kind of plugins like this look cool. Transit, I must say. Some of their earlier plugins like Super V, like chorus stuff. Like parallel compressor, I just didn't really. They kind of started with all this stuff, didn't they? And it was like, I don't think anyone needs any of this stuff. But they've kind of upped their game a little bit since then. I thought they were a bit all the gear, if you know what I mean. But that was my initial thoughts. And this looks cool. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you've got like a layer, like a mid-layer bass or something, or some like donkey bass sound, and you do want a bass, so you do want a sub thing underneath it, and it can be quite hard to kind of deal with those situations. So I could see it being useful for something like that. Do you know what I mean? There was just a beginning that they had like parallel compress, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know who this is for really. And the plugins looked nice. Don't get me wrong, like the interface looked really nice, and I was like, don't know about that. But that was just, I'm willing to change my opinions. Okay, so I've just bounced those down, those bits there, the bass, and really hate it when Ableton does this. I know why it does. Like that. Dreamy texture. That's not even that loud, is it? Okay, you can see. We'll do that stab as well. So I'm just bouncing this down. So like sometimes towards the end of the process, I find myself doing interesting things with the audio, that I wouldn't have done with it as MIDI. And over the years, I've sometimes done that more than others. There was a long time where any tune I was working on, I went through this quite lengthy rendering process at the end, and I think it was really because I just didn't want to release it, and so I kind of delayed having to share it with the world by going through this quite lengthy mixing process. And then over time I was like, I'm not going to do that every time if I don't think I need to. But now I'm kind of quite happy to do like an audio mix down. I've also found sometimes like with drums, because there's like a bit of internal latency with Ableton, it can be quite good to do that actually. Just check where your audio's hitting, where your transients are. Transit was the breakthrough, yeah, I did like the look of that. Have you got that? Right. I'm going to leave the breaks as MIDI for now. And I'm going to leave some of the other drum sounds, okay? But it's just those kind of atmospheric sounds, because they have stuff like that pad texture had some flanging on it and stuff, and you kind of want that locked, really, because it's going to be slightly different every time if you've got a non-timed LFO, and even if you have, it's going to be different every time. I'm going to bounce this. Nice. I've been looking at a Noisite drop. That's what I keep looking at the moment. You don't have to do all this stuff, but sometimes it's nice to have a bit of a tidy up. Okay, I'm not going to get into that. That would just take me forever. Right, so what's happening here? Is this bass? I think so. You can maybe even see it here, but it's probably fine. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Would you say that's a tiny bit of latency there? You know, you see that? And that's kind of that. All that stuff makes a difference to where your transients hit. I mean, it's. I'd say probably, you know. I'm not an audio engineer, do you know what I mean? This is just from like... I mean, what might even be a better way to do it is go in here, turn off warp. But I'm guessing this stuff is going to make a difference, you know. And we'll start one from here. Yeah, okay. See if it likes that. I don't know. I get I don't want warp on. Okay, so now it's like right on the beat, rather than having a slight. You know, I'm sure it doesn't really make any difference. Okay, turn that off. I don't know if anyone watches this back afterwards and knows. But to me, that suggests like that there's kind of a few microseconds of or milliseconds of latency. Yeah, you can, and you can, can't you? So if I did it with if I do it with the break, actually, we'll just duplicate it. I did this with, there's one tune that's getting put on vinyl soon called, and this is on part of the EP that's going to be with it actually, not on vinyl, but I thought for that I was like, I'm going to check where these transients are hitting, because I'm always a bit skeptical that what like the internal latency when you're rendering stuff or bouncing tracks doesn't make a difference to where the transients are hitting, you know, and that's really what matters. So and you can we'll probably see it here, I guess. I mean, maybe not, but it depends where in the break. I suppose it depends what you're going after, but like what you're after. Okay, so I'm hitting kind of midway through on this. I mean, it looks slightly like it should really be here. Anyway. I don't want to keep this break. So I do want to keep the break, but I might spend a bit of time in the pattern. We'll see. Okay, so it's like... I don't think it matters a huge amount. You know, people... It's not going to stop the... It's not going to affect the vibe of your tune, but like that little bit extra. Okay, so we've put that there now. And if I just like carried this out, the timing should carry down here. Okay, with this tiny bit. I don't know for certain. This is all stuff I've been experimenting with lately. Maybe it makes a difference. But this is all stuff we can tidy up now. Okay, so we've got our drop here, right? Drums and bass, drop, bass. Mark, me too. It just kind of like I think it's does it matter? I don't know. Possibly not. This just helps see in my mind where this stuff is happening. Spend some time with this break. So what's this? Because I don't think it needs this shuffly break, really. I think the snares really work. I think it's fine. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's I guess it's just like, I don't even know. This is from something that I sampled probably from YouTube. They're good, aren't they? Blue Magoos, can't get enough. Nice little break. Right. It's just that second bit I'm not... It's quite lazy. Do you know what I mean? But I really don't want to just lose 4 hours on this break. We've got these hi-hats happening and shakers, right? You know, that jingling is just a bit lazy. There's some nice stuff happening here. So you can hear there's like a little clip there. I know, like, this is... That's the stuff that really kind of annoys me. That's kind of nice. I don't think I'm going to have this from the start, but I'm just... Yeah, that kind of thing. That's kind of what... I just want a bit more shuffliness in it. Alright, okay, good. Sometimes you've got to like fight to unlock it a little bit. Creative Blockhead, how are you doing? AKA Amalgam. Bailey. How can I fix a mix from sounding muddy when I have a lot of tracks with reverb on them? So I like a lot of reverb. I have a lot of reverb on my tunes. I've got like, I max out my sends pretty much with all with delays and reverbs. I EQ my reverbs. So we've got like a room reverb here on the drum sound. And I EQ off the bottom and a little bit off the top, sometimes known as like the Abbey Road technique. If you get 1,000 hits on, if not more, on YouTube with people explaining that. But if you've got like a kick drum going into a reverb, it's going to be quite boomy if I turn it off. I mean, it sounds alright, to be honest. It sounds like a real drum kit, in a room. But you can still hear the kick, like the kick here. That can help clear up reverbs a little bit on drums and stuff. Another thing that's quite important with reverbs on percussive sounds and like lead sounds or anything is the timing of the decay. For if you're getting muddy sounds and stuff, it can be often or sometimes that the decay is quite long on the reverb for drum sounds or for more short percussive sounds. So I often spend a lot of time like tuning the reverb decay. Right, that's too long, And it just gets shorter and smaller. You kind of want the reverb to like have almost decayed before the next drum hit, like the snare or something like that. And it'll be the same on like bass hits as well. The bass here probably is it going to a reverb? No, it's not. Often I'll send my bass to a reverb and just have the top, I don't know what's coming through this second one. I also use quite a few different reverbs. I sidechain reverbs as well to like kicks and stuff, and I will do that on quite often on all of the kind of timing effects that I have. But EQ and timing make a huge difference, and kind of having, if you have a lot of reverb sounds that are all... Oh, another thing is using these return channels. Like if you use like the same reverbs, like you might have a room reverb and a bigger plate reverb and then a big hall reverb, using return channels can really kind of help tame things a bit. It's when I see a lot of producers, you see it's so often where they're using like these big timing effects like reverbs and delays, and they use them on the inserts, they use them on the channel themselves, and that's going to be harder to control, or at least, yeah, that's what I've found. And I was in bands before I started doing this, and I was used to working with a mixing desk, or if ever I saw these kind of return channels, they made sense to me, because it was like, okay, you put like big affected sounds on these and you can just blend smaller amounts, to taste. And I think having that level of control really matters if you're finding you're getting like muddy mixes with reverbs. But yeah, side chaining, EQ, and getting your reverb timing good is kind of what matters, and can help tame them. And you might want to good thing about a return channel is you can work your mix into it, and then you can turn them down a little bit. I'll often turn these up and down, depending on how much I want the effect to be heard. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Okay, I feel like we've got some stuff happening with this break, and let's just deal with this section. It's that sound right at the end. It's the kick. There's like another kick. There's a kick here. You'll hear I haven't got like any other hi-hats happening in this. Sorry, by that I mean everything's on a kick or a snare, right? I should have put one here. Maybe we can get this hi-hat then. I don't know. That kind of thing, you know, it's not right. It's not... Because this is quite a lazy break. And I'm probably just going to have to make a call creatively on this and say, look, don't spend too much time on this stuff. I would have repitched this break to work at 170 as well. Just sounds sloppy to me. Yeah, it's a bit better. I know this is going to like the... We're trying to make this one work. I think that's potentially better. I don't know. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, see you later. Yeah, glad to help, Bailey. My sound is quite big and reverb heavy, so I encounter it a lot, really. I don't mind it a bit later on, but it's just the fact it's in the first measure, or the first bar, 3, 4, yeah. Maybe that's better. Cool, actually that's kind of working. Yeah, I think that's doing it for me. That's doing it. That's kind of what I want. I think that's here. It definitely is a clave, yeah. This one, C78 core kit, I use this all the time. So the reason why I'm apprehensive to just like change the break entirely is because I've been me and Dream Schemes. When we're going, Dream Schemes is the label, right? And when I'm going through with the guy who runs it, and he'll listen to like these projects. I share my Dropbox with him. And he listens through and he'll just like say, oh, this is good, we should put this one out. And often he'll kind of like it as it is and say, don't change that or don't. So I kind of want to work with the existing timbre of this break, really. There's something nice here. This nice. Is it these two elements together? Oh, what have I done here? Did I save? Okay, that's fine. this. There's a wasp in here. 1 sec. I think it's gone. Cowabunga 5495. Are you talking about breaks specifically? Because I definitely would add reverb to, like, if it was a techno tune or a house tune or something. If I was, you know, had hats and separate kicks and snares and stuff like that. But yeah, for breaks, I don't always do it. It depends, really. It depends what kind of sound. Like with this tune, for instance. I mean, it's not. I might do some more mixing on it, but where is this? Like it's got some reverb on it. So, if I take that off, I mean, to me, it's like I kind of like the space it gives it, and it's a very short, you know, it's a tight reverb. Just like it's like a drummer in a room sound, and like most drum breaks, all drum breaks, or no, most are like a real drummer in a room, so you don't, you know, it's already kind of got reverb on it. Depending on the sample source, but like. I guess it's a taste thing. Yeah. If I do, it's like very garage. Do you know what I mean? It's like garage tightness on the reverb. It will be literally this kind of level of space. I mean, even that's quite. I think it can give a bit of top to the drums and just make the drums sound a little bit more present. Actually. That's cool, isn't it? I'm not going to have that. I think we can add some of that, can't we? Some of that amplitude modulation, because it kind of makes the break really choppy. It's nice. Not at the beginning. We'll just. I'll do that now because I will forget to do it otherwise. Like this dub out section could be pretty cool. I can't tell if that wasp's still in here or not. Let's just put that there for now, so I know it's going to happen. Don't always use Amigo for breaks, but I happen to on this tune. Okay, so I keep getting distracted. There's a little snare here. That's cool. I don't think it's in the right place though. Is this here that's got like a I don't think I'd always spend this much time on like just the first bit, but like if we can nail this break here, then it's gonna be good for the rest of the tune. I get really like hung up on the like, you can hear that. Hear that little stop. I kind of really don't like stuff like that. Like there, you can hear it, can't you? Can you hear it? The moral of this story would be just get it right first, rather than at this point. know seems insane, but. Howdy vegetables with pants. Yeah, there. Can you hear these clicks? Yeah. I know, right? It doesn't really make a difference, but like stuff like that really grates on me in my own music, you know. So we've got some like variation there now. We've got like this intro and then variation. So we've got more that we can like feed out into the rest of the tune now. So I'm gonna put this bit here again now. Nice. Thank you, vegetables with pants. Do you have perks filling the parts the drums cut out? Yeah, I do. Like where there isn't a drum hit, there is a percentage to fill the sound. Yeah. No, it does make sense. So there's multiple drum parts. These are all the drums. I'll just group these layers together. Sometimes I don't always go to this much effort, you know. It's just I think it's because I had difficulty actually with this break, or like with getting a break that really worked for me along with that bass line. You know, the bass line. So if I just solo the drums. Oh, that's got too much delay on it. We can sort all that stuff out. The main thing was really getting this break to like flow nicely. I feel like it's a bit better. get these working together. Bit more interesting there, yeah. Thanks, Cyanide. Yeah, sometimes it's like courses for courses, really. You can never tell what's going to work sometimes. I would say by no means do you need to have this many layers. You could just get one really strong break. And then maybe we'll take a bit from here, and this can, we'll just pull that, I don't know. Get that one, that can go here. What's doing these snares? Is it this? Okay. Alright, I kind of like that. So I'm just going to take the beginning and keep those snares. Nice. I'm just going to insert like a blank MIDI thing. We'll put that here, and then we can just pull in bits, because I want to keep these snare bits, but I also want the other parts of the program thus far. Nice. Yeah, cool. Okay, so kind of, yeah, I like this rapid snare thing that we've got going on. Okay, we'll keep this. We don't want these bongos coming in, really. cool. Although it's kind of nice where they happen here. A bit rapid, aren't they? Maybe we need to that could be cool. Yeah, I think we keep that in. I've just drawn a velocity curve here with these. Yeah, working good. Nice. Oh, cowabunga, no, not at all, not at all. Thank you for saying that, appreciate that. I thought you did. I thought it was totally clear. Yeah, no stress. But thank you. Appreciate you saying that. Difficult, isn't it? Just like stream chat is kind of, you only get so much space to kind of, and mixing is such a deep topic, really, and like it's very difficult to kind of describe one specific case. You know, one specific scenario where a particular approach works. It's really depends on the music. I always faff about this much, don't worry. Kind of got a nice, like, slightly interesting groove here going on. Exactly. Spot on. I often do, you know, the breaks are kept, I just keep them, I don't add anything in terms of like spatial effects. But no, thank you, appreciate that. This is where the magic happens, you know, these little bits. I like changing it. So when I'm doing drum parts, I always just think of my friend who I used to play with a lot in a band, and like just imagine what he would do for really jazzy stuff. So you'll probably just get rid of the kicks here. I don't know. Cowabunga, I think you've given a really good explanation there. Yeah. Let's get rid of this snare. I feel it's compensating for the shuffly, that lack of a think shuffle, which is kind of what I always end up adding. Thanks, Toby. Don't want them there. Yeah. Have to keep it careful. Go on to triplet fill. What's doing that noise there? You know, I don't know if that should be one of these nice little tasty rolls. Right, you might say this is just a bit much, but more is more sometimes. And the only really way to tell if this is any good or not is like I'll just leave it afterwards. Some people love this stuff, love hearing this in a tune, you know. Right, yeah, I know it's insane levels of detail, like, but this is, I think, what makes a difference. I don't know if this makes any difference, this snare. Kind of works there, doesn't it? It's almost you want it there, really. Louder, a bit louder. Yeah. Lovely. I feel like the same thing is happening there. We don't want that there, really. Grooves. The breathy synth. A lot of these are George's, actually, these samples. Yeah. That's the kind of switch you want. I don't think you want it that granular. Yeah. I think this is what it needed. It needed this kind of edits. It needed me to spend 2.5 hours on drum edits, of course. Creative Blockhead, yeah. Often what I do is like a little mini breakdown, and quite often between that, like the main drop and then a bigger breakdown, just some sort of like falling apart, and then it all comes back in together. Thanks, Doggy. What it needed. No. More snares. Let's keep this pattern going. some other bits here that were quite interesting. I think I got that wrong. We had like a dob out here. Don't want that dotted bit. And then I'll often like duplicate and then just go in and change a few things. So I had some automation on here, the LFO, but I don't actually know if I want that now. I reckon we could just make this way more sparse for this bit. No double hits and stuff. Ionize, it's just a matter of time. Just got to keep going. I should say I don't always spend this much time on a break by any means. I don't want these double hits. All the snares. Full Sully. Maybe too much. Definitely too much, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, just like patience and consistency win the day. What's doing that noise then? I'm just checking what's... So it kind of comes in slightly differently for the end break. I like this bit. I think we've hit the nail on. Yeah, we're going to go back with this bit. It's cool. That's how it's going to end. Kind of the ending there. Yeah, I was talking to Akuratide about this because he was like, he said to me, like, he made music for like, I don't know, 15 years before any of it saw the light of day. 10 years, or 10 years at least, you know. And I think that's probably, you know, I've been doing this 13, 14 years now, really. Like, just the laptop stuff. You know, and before that I was playing guitar for a long time, and it takes a long time, you know? It's kind of a lifelong thing, really. I don't like that. I don't know what you want the ending to be, really, isn't it? I think that's what I wanted from the drums then, and now I'm just gonna dig into the intro a little bit. Those drums are sounding good. They're sounding a lot better. So they're a lot more shuffly and propulsive. And I don't think they were quite bringing that before. Yeah, I copied people for a long time. Still do. Copy stuff. I think as well, there can sometimes be the feeling that like finishing a tune is going to be some kind of triumphant feeling, but often it's quite just like letting go, kind of a bit like coming to terms with the fact you've taken it as far as you can and you are going to leave it, and I think that takes a really long time to get comfortable with, actually, or it did for me. I think it's different for everyone, but get being comfortable with like taking a tune so far and knowing that's all you can do with it, and that you knowing when to kind of stop, and sometimes stopping for the good reasons and being happy with it, and sometimes stopping because it's actually not a good idea. I think that can be, it's knowing what to be working on. Well, you've hit the nail on the head, Mr. Grooves. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? You're safe. Not finishing music is safe. And that's what I did for a long time, This is nice, but it's just too bassy. I don't want it going right down there. I'm going to do a hard cut. I don't care. No. That's fine. This sound. Nice, but again, it's like so bassy. Like, look at all that down there. That's all you want, really. Yeah, that's fine. I wouldn't always encourage cutting like that, but some like synthetic sounds have got some crazy. Yeah, you probably don't even. Just want like the top of it. What's doing that again? Is it this one? That's a hi-hat. It's going to... What's this crazy? But all that, look, if we just give this a listen, like this, like that sound doesn't need that stuff, and it's just because I've taken a hi-hat and pitched it down. It's probably like done some. That's fine there. I'm gonna like tighten the. Okay. I don't want it going to a quarter to an eighth. I want it to be different. I'm almost getting into like mixing territory now, but often I'll use like the Ableton delay for like very clean delay things I want to happen. I want this to be a quarter note, you know. I don't think you can have like imperceptibly. Thanks, Creative Blockhead. Yeah, I think I got like kind of lucky there. It's just a hi-hat sample that I think was from this is it Chaos Culture fake acoustic drums from Isotonic. And I just liked the sound of the hi-hat, so I pitched it down quite a lot. Or maybe this was the hi-hat. And that percussion's good as well, whatever that is. What's that? Not that. This? That kind of noise, this noise. So you could probably have like this fill over to the right a little bit. And the other That's a sick sound as well, that. Sorry. What's this? That needed? All right, I think that's I'm gonna stop there with this. Techturon by D16. No, I don't know that. I'm just going to check that out. Did D16 make something else that do they make... what's it called? The Bit Crusher that everyone likes. I think they do. That looks cool, like a multi-tap delay where you can... Yeah, I like that. Decimort. Frying tunes, yeah. Pleasure. I usually don't... I rarely go live on a Sunday, but it is a good day to stream, actually, because I know a lot of people are about. That looks really cool. Sometimes I want to I really want to get the granular, not granular as in the as granular synthesis, but like have this delay here at this point. I'm kind of imagining exactly where they're happening. But I'm kind of happy with what I've done to this. I think I did the main thing right. Super sparse intro, whatever. Reverse cymbals, whatever. Super sparse drop, whatever. Stops and bars for break, yes. Beef up break, well, I don't think it needed beefing up, but it did need all those little edits. I feel like it needed a bit more love and care, really. I think I've retained the spirit of how it sounded before, but made it a little bit better and a bit more compelling rhythmically to listen to. I think, and I'm talking like the last 10-15% really here, and I don't think it actually was essential that I did this, but I wanted to do it. And I think if you're feeling the same thing with a tune, it's like it can actually be quite daunting to go in and address what you think is the issue. And if you're kind of like 80% happy with it, just leave it. I feel like if you're a more experienced producer, you can go in with confidence to change something and usually get where you want to go with it. And it can be difficult to articulate exactly what you want to do. But hopefully I've demonstrated kind of what I was after. And I think it's a little bit more rhythmically interesting, and that kind of slightly sluggish shuffle sound that I wasn't feeling It's still in there a little bit, but it's made the break pattern a bit more compelling and jungly. So I'll give it a listen. I'll play you out with this. In fact, before we do that, I'm just going to export it, right? Because I don't do this and then I forget it. But we'll just check the drop. Lovely. We'll just export that. I think that's pretty much a done tune now, really. It's going to be released. I think it's kind of important to share where it's like at the end point as well. I'll mix this next, I think. If I'm I think I'm going to have to say I'm happy with the break, unless there's anything really I don't like. But that felt good. That felt good. I feel like we got there with it. I'll update my Trello board, yeah. God, I've got too many windows open. Okay. Date. I don't need to add a date, but I will. Because I'm just going to be working on this most of next week at points. Nice, Mr. Grooves. Where was that? Where it's what kind of was it like a community centre or something like that? Or a bar? That sounds cool. I think you mentioned it another time actually. Nice. Cool. What they're like kind of where they test the instruments. That sounds amazing. A good acoustic then. Yeah. Well, they were quite a technological advancement back when they were first designed. You know, if you think a piano is quite an advanced instrument, the way it was put together. Very cool. Like organs are kind of additive synthesizers, really. Well, that's what a colleague of mine once said. Cool. Yeah, you probably get some interesting pitch modulation. Very subtle. All right, guys, I'm gonna play this out and then and finish here now. Thank you to my patrons and supporters. You're all very much appreciated. And I'm going to be back on Wednesday. So yeah, pianos have quite a finite lifetime. It's interesting. They don't really last beyond like 150 years and then just kind of start to... I guess it's the amount of tension they're under. Unless they're like very well looked after, you know, and maintained. In fact, it's quite interesting because people cannot get rid of pianos. No one wants to take them. They're really hard to get rid of, actually. My colleague struggled to get rid of a piano that she had that was like a really nice one, and she just couldn't get anyone to take it. Yeah, that figures. I gotta go now, folks, but thanks for watching. Thanks for checking in. This has been M25 Enfield Junction, and yeah, I might get to work on it again. We'll see. Yeah, for real. Cheers, Teedle. Cheers, Mr. Grooves. Yeah, I'll see you on Wednesday. Take it easy.